YOTHAM MULEYA Road and YOTHAM MULEYA Primary School in Lusaka are named after Yotham Siyachobe MULEYA, who was born in 1940. He was a long-distance runner who represented Northern Rhodesia, now Zambia, and the Federation of Rhodesia and Nyasaland. MULEYA broke racial barriers and opened a new era in Rhodesian sport when he beat the famous British 4-minute miler Gordon Peary by 100 meters in a 3-mile race at Salisbury, Southern Rhodesia in December 1958. MULEYA was born in Budukula village in Pemba district under the Choma district at the time in the Northern Rhodesia and was the fourth son of Jam and Musanda Shakwambwa. He started school at Budukula Primary School and was a keen runner from an early age, often racing the village dogs. The village was on a hilly terrain and was aiding him to do his training, with the normal routine being an early morning 16 kilometers run. After completing primary school education, MULEYA proceeded to Munali Secondary School in Lusaka and from there qualified to Hodgson Training School, where he enrolled as an apprentice motor vehicle mechanic in early 1958. It was at Hodgson that MULEYA's career took off. He surprised many when he set a Northern Rhodesia and federal record of 14 minutes and 52 seconds in the 3-mile event on the 27th of May 1958. On the strength of this achievement, he was invited to compete against British distance star Gordon Peary in a track meet at Salisbury, Southern Rhodesia. However, his skin color almost saw him being barred at the Southern African-born William Du Bois, a dedicated white supremacist who served as a chairperson of the Southern Rhodesian Amateur Athletic and Cycling Union. MULEYA thus became the first African ever permitted to run in a track meet of the Southern Rhodesia Athletics Association. Running barefoot on the muddy 3-mile course, he kept pace with Peary and eventually overtook him to win the race by 100 yards, and in the process, he set a new Rhodesian record of 14 minutes 48 seconds. MULEYA became an instant hero as the joyful spectators, black and white alike, bore him with the track of triumph from their shoulders, and with one white tobacco farmer saying, "He may be black, but by God, he is Rhodesian." Officials presented Peary with a plaque to mark his visit, but he abruptly handed it over to MULEYA. That day, multiracial athletics started. MULEYA's victory was reported in the popular American magazine Sports Illustrated as making the statement, "A nice crack in the Rhodesian grim racial barrier." MULEYA's appearance did not only break the color bar, but his performance led to an educational exchange grant in the United States. On the 16th of November 1959, MULEYA and white track star John Winter, the Southern Rhodesian quarter-mile champion, set off on a 3-month scholarship at the Central Michigan College from Salisbury Airport. They arrived in the United States 3 days later and were scheduled to take part in their first sports meet on the 23rd November 1958. At 8:30 a.m., with the highway slippery and the visibility reduced due to thick fog, they started off, but their vehicle collided with another car near Michigan. MULEYA, Winter, Zimmer, and the driver of the vehicle were seriously injured, while the 2 occupants of the other vehicle died in the crash. Doctors unsuccessfully attempted to save their life, and MULEYA died the same evening, while Winter died 5 days later. His remains were transported back home, and after the church service at Siakalongo Mission, he was buried in his home village. He was given a state funeral, and his young brother, Jesse, represented the family at the open-air memorial service, which was held at Hodgson Technical College. If you did not know, Now you know.